This is the programmer Al, and in this video I'm going to do a walkthrough of the Edabit Python challenge SQL and Operator. And this one is part of a series where we're practicing combining SQL, MySQL with Python. And in this challenge they want us to select certain things from a table, like specific variables and things that only match certain criteria. So in this one, they want us to fill in the query in the code tab to select the data from the name column, having bill greater than or equal to 15,000 and number of visits greater than or equal to 15 from the customers. And so here's the table, and we want just certain criteria met. And so basically you select the name of the column from the table and then your two criteria added with an and. So in the code, and this is one where I'm going to look at the solutions afterwards because I think the formatting tripped me up. Like, I know what to say, I know the code to do, but I couldn't figure out how they wanted to format it. Like this part right here, this second set of quotation marks threw me for a loop and I didn't know how to use it. So I just deleted all of that. And then inside of the quotation marks, I basically took what they gave us right here, but put in the relevant information from the table we're going to use. So it's going to be all in caps, select, and then they want us to select the name field from customers. Now, this one, the directions and the test had a few discrepancies, and so sometimes on the Edabit challenges, I would encourage you to go back and look at the tests to see if the variables and whatnot are spelled the same way that you're spelling them, or if things are capitalized where they're supposed to be capitalized. Because in here, they had the table customers that was a lowercase c, and on the table, they created a table called customers with a capital C. So I'm going to go with the code rather than the instructions on this one. So I'm going to capitalize the C. So select name from customers, and then we're going to do where, and what they want us to do, where bill is greater than or equal to 15,000. So where bill is greater than or equal to 15,000. And then we're going to do and visits is greater than or equal to 15. And then it ends with a semicolon and end with a quotation mark, just one. Now, I'm going to show you where I kind of ran into the issue, because to me, I would try to make it all neat and be able to see it on one screen, and right now you can't see it all on one screen. So where I would end is select name from customers. That's one line, and then where bill is greater than or equal to 15,000 and visits is greater than or equal to 15. So I'm going to run the query, and you're going to see what the console says. And there's an error because for some reason it's not read. So something I gave a try was like, oh, well, each of these ends with a semicolon. So if I try that, maybe that'll work. And I'll add some quotation marks at the beginning, and maybe that'll run what it's supposed to run. And it runs it, but there's an error because I think they just do select name from customers and it doesn't include this where part. So basically the only way I could get it to work is having it all on one line and everything included right here. And that's why I'm going to go to the solutions afterward, because this is not very reader friendly. So I got the test to pass, but I didn't do it in a format that was reader friendly, so let me submit it finally, and then I'm going to be able to check out the solutions and maybe see what was going on, like where was my error. Well, they did what I did, put it all in one line, and then here, okay. So there was a reason why they had the 3 quotation marks. you're supposed to put all of that in between. Okay, so that makes more sense. So let's try that again. So if I'm going to reset the code, and so they gave us, so we're just supposed to put it in between in the middle. So let's try that again. Select, I'm going to tab over and do select name from customers, that's the name of the table, where, and it's already keeping the format, where bill is greater than or equal to 15,000 and visits is greater than or equal to 15. So, and then end that with a semicolon, and let me check it. And that should hopefully be correct. Yes, so I just didn't know the format of how to do a query in SQL. You need the 3 quotation marks at the beginning and at the end, but you could have also done like I did at the first part, just have it all in one line. It's not reader friendly, so I don't recommend that, but there were 2 different ways you could have solved the SQL and operator.